I gotta get a pump.
Yeah, take a moment.
Look at us, man. Superman.
That weight is more than what Flavio Boccanini weighs, our other guest professional on the show, and Kevin's doing it for repetition. Good job, Kevin.
Yeah. Every drop, every ounce, every piece of energy within me.
The experience of being much stronger than everybody else, I think that's an unbelievable experience. You feel richer. You feel that sooner or later that you can do anything.
This is Yoked, November 10th, 2025, and we're hitting some chest and triceps today with some shoulders thrown in. We're focusing on the rear delts of the shoulder because they add the most width. We're going for aesthetics. We're not power lifters. We're bodybuilders here, and I'm not competing, but I want to increase the quality of my life, my longevity, my hormonal health. I'm natural, and we'll talk more about some of the things I'm experimenting with, but I've been natural my whole life, and for the beginning of this, I've been pretty natural. We'll talk a little bit about enclomiphene, which I just took my first dose in a year yesterday, and that stuff is actually really good for natural, not natural, but it's a, people sometimes say natty plus supplement to take, combined with some other things like pregnenolone, DHEA. DHEA is banned by WADA, but I'm not competing in some type of sport where that is a concern to me, so it doesn't matter really. But of course, it keeps your testicles in health, in good health. It doesn't give your body exogenous testosterone or anything like that. I've never done anything like that. So I'm just curious about it. We'll see. 40 some odd years old here. And why not, So let's get some chest in today. We're going to up the weight a little bit on the incline here. See how we do. And see if I can get at least 8 on this. All right. Definitely heavier than what I'm used to doing. Last time I did, let's see, 135 plus 20. So that was 155. Now we're adding an extra 10 on top of that. I believe, let me think here, hold on. I'm not good at math. 155. And here we have 135 plus 50. 185. Is that right? Then no wonder I made a big jump here. Problem is I don't have anything in between, so we'll try it with this. We got to be careful though, because it is a big jump. Even getting it off the rack was a little bit rough, you know. I don't know, something down here is making my nose get stuffy. I should probably sweep and dust, and probably all this dust, you know. I feel like I need to blow my nose. Let me just make sure. I'm checking the chat here. I'll be right back. Please. I think I get boogers on my mask. Weird blowing your nose with a mask on. Hold on. No boogers. Okay. Okay. I'm definitely I know I'm gonna need a bigger rest time on this weight. So let's try 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Even though I just had about 2 minutes, but it's okay. It's the first set. I haven't done this weight in a while. So, do I need to take clomiphene? No. I'm curious about it. And it preserves your natural testosterone production. It works with your body. I'm taking a very low dose. At this point, I'm taking 3.25 milligrams every 4th day. I don't even take it every other. This is the first dose I took yesterday, so this is my plan going forward. I'm saying, and supposedly the benefits are really good as long as you pair it with lots of fish oil, lots of DHEA, and apparently pregnenolone. This stuff is over the counter. You could get pregnenolone and DHEA at Vitamin Shop or whatever, or order it on Amazon. And they provide the building blocks for your body, because the clomiphene actually sends a signal to your testes from your pituitary gland to produce more testosterone. And it also produces estrogen at the same time, because everything has to be balanced. So, after taking it yesterday and giving myself those building blocks, I did notice a big difference in energy levels, motivation, stuff like that. So apparently it suppresses your IGF-1 production. But at my dose, I'm not sure how significant that dip is. But I should be checking myself out, do blood work. I haven't done that yet. I haven't gone baseline, which is probably not smart. But I should go to LabCorp and take some blood work. And I will. In a couple of weeks, let's say up to a month, I'll see how my blood work is. If everything is checking out pretty normal at this dosage, then I think that's pretty good. All right, let's do another set here. That was one set. Getting 8. See, this is a weight that I would be able to do on the flat bench. I haven't just done it on incline in a long time. What happened to my reggae? I got some on my eye. Fuck. You gotta be careful, like trying to get that weight off the bar. This is the ideal part of having a spotter with you. Helps you to lift that weight off the bar without having to. I tried to use my traps a little bit, not intentionally, but like unconsciously I used my traps a little bit to lift that weight off that bar. And they're not in the best position to help out. Just kind of tweaked my traps a little bit just now. That's not good. I'm trying to stretch. You know what I should do? Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna make an adjustment right now because in the interest of safety, I'm going flat. I'm gonna go flat because flat, I don't have that issue of having to lift from this angle off the bar. I'm saying the lift, I can make the lift. The 8 reps doesn't feel terrible. I can just get 8 reps though. I'm trying to get in the 8 to 12 range, so I'm gonna go flat. That way I won't have this issue with trying to get the weight off the bar without a spotter. It's just, it goes to show you just to err on the side of caution, you know, when you're doing this with nobody here, you're by yourself. Might have to lower this. I have to see. I might have to lower this part. We'll see. Apparently it's on lo-fi music. Lo-fi. I guess it's okay right now. We're in lo-fi. I was trying to put reggae on, but I'm on this playlist. Yeah, see, I can lift that off. Still challenging. Okay. Let me do the neck rolls. We're good. So, I took some sea salt with water, iodine. I do iodine. It's not povidone iodine. What the heck is the name of it? It's the brown one, the dark one, not the clear one. So that one. What else did I put in it? Put some electrolyte powder. I put a little bit of citrulline in it. Citrulline I found is better than arginine for like getting a good pump. So, the citrulline is definitely good. I took a little Mucuna purines also because that's supposed to be good for the stack with the clomiphene. I took that clomiphene yesterday at 3.25 milligrams, really microdose. Just testing it out. I don't think I need to increase it either. But apparently it packs well with like Mucuna purines and DHEA and pregnenolone, which I don't have, but I took the other stuff today. So what are you guys up to? You working out today? Are you on a routine? Are you trying to build muscle? What are you up to? A lot going on in the world right now. I'm gonna wait a little extra. A lot going on in the world right now. A lot to talk about, really. Maybe we'll get into some of that. I do want you to check out the free ebook, Jesus Lifts, on my website, fazgarcia.com. That is a life changer right there. In my opinion, the things that are gone in this world can be rectified by Jesus and people getting into a relationship with Jesus. Why? Because the source of our problems is corruption and evil and liars and people who do evil to benefit themselves at the expense of others. So the only way you can fix that is for those people who are doing those things to have a change of heart and repent, which means go the opposite direction, and start doing good and start doing the right thing. And they won't be able to do that if they don't have Jesus, because Jesus is the one who changes your heart, transforms your mind. He indwells you with the Holy Spirit so that you could actually do good things, because we ourselves are flesh and sinful, and our nature, our base natures is basically to please the flesh, So we have to have a spiritual mindset, which can only come through Jesus Christ. So Jeff, definitely check that ebook out. And also let me know what you think. We'll put some praise reports out there. If you feel you have changed, if you feel like you have had a mindset shift, and a spiritual mindset shift, after reading some of these stories of how people came to the faith from atheism, from Buddhism, from other religions, all coming to Christ. It's the only religion that you see that happening with. So, of course, you don't hear about these things because people who control the media are anti-Jesus. Let's put it that way. For the most part, they are. Okay. Discombobulated. What was that? 3 sets? No, that was that 3 sets? Let me think. That's 4 sets. 4 sets so far. Oh man. Smart decision. So you got to adapt. You got to go with how things are going. If I kept doing an incline with this weight, I could have really tweaked my traps or whatever muscles were trying to assist the lift. And that's not good. That would prevent me in other workouts, from doing. That's how you get compounding injuries and stuff. So with lifting, you always want to err on the side of caution. One time, I was actually on this very bench. I have some play sand here, 5-pound bags, or actually 10-pound, 20-pound bags. No, 50-pound bags. 50-pound bags, because this is a cheap bench press and squat rack in one. It's a weeder, and the bench itself, this bench is solid. Just because it's weeder doesn't mean it's not good. It's solid stuff. But it's this concrete floor maybe combined with that, it slides around. So like you would re-rack the weight and the whole thing would shift backwards. And one time I was re-racking it and it did that. I almost couldn't rack the other side. I have to use momentum to try to lift the left part of the bar back onto the rack. That was not good. Could have really hurt myself there. So that's when I put these 50-pound bags holding the feet down so it doesn't shift around. So things like that happen, especially when you're at home, because this is not commercial grade equipment. Commercial grade equipment is inherently safer. So you have to be careful, definitely err on the side of caution. And the other thing about not working out in the commercial gym is that normally I would ask a guy to come over and spot me. Hey, brother, you came over to spot me for a minute? Hey, can you come spot me? And most guys will say yes. What guys are going to say no in the gym to a lifter? Hey, you need a spot? They even offer a spot when you don't need one. Hey, man, you need a spot? Sometimes they'll come over and spot you at the end of your set because they're watching you do your set. See, the gym culture is great because we look out for each other, right? But here, when you're at home and you're by yourself, there's no spotter. You're by yourself and anything could happen, God forbid, right? So always err on the side of caution. But yeah, okay. That was 6, okay. Now we're getting a little under where I want to be, but you know, I'm going to keep doing it. That was 5, let's say number 5. Because the next time I do it, I'll be stronger on it. And then I won't have to worry as much. Maybe I can even start doing incline with this weight. Incline, you're typically always a little bit weaker than you are on the flat bench. The flat bench, you can usually push more weight. That's for beginners out there. So, I did go squirrel hunting the other day, and I had one opportunity to shoot a squirrel, and I missed. My air rifle is the length of pull is, not to make excuses, of course, but my air rifle, the length of pull is a little bit too long for me, and I should really try to remove that little buttstock thing on it to give me a little shorter length of pull. That's number 1. I'm going to try to work on that. The other thing is, you know, using an air rifle to shoot squirrels in the head, your target is about this big. Think about a squirrel's head, right? It's very small, and you're trying to get this pellet, which the pellet's like this big, into that target from, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 yards. This shot happened to be like a 10-yard shot, maybe a little less. So I should have hit him, and I was using 22 pellets. But either I pulled the shot, the length of pull was you know, I was trying to get on target too fast, and I didn't take my time because I was worried that the squirrel was going to move, and I didn't mount the gun properly. That could have been it. Or there's a trajectory when you're shooting pellets, like out of an air rifle. Your trajectory is kind of like lobbing a softball. So picture like this over the course of a certain distance, and it's, of course, it's minor, but still does. It's not a flat trajectory like you would expect if you know ballistics. So it's not a flat trajectory. So if the shot is close, sometimes you gotta hold under or hold. You know, I think it's holding under. See, this is why I need to go to the range and double check, because I think I should have held over. Honestly, held over a little bit that way, because I might have hit him that way. So it's an expert's weapon, really. I mean, most people when they squirrel hunt, they use a shotgun, because all you just gotta do is point and shoot, and you're gonna hit them, because it's a scatter gun, right? But with an air rifle, it's precision shots. You're sniping, which is more fun. That's why I do it. But it's harder. It's difficult. It's not easy. It's harder than deer hunting. It's actually harder than goose hunting. Even though it is hard to shoot a shotgun at a goose, because you have to swing with the gooses flying at a certain miles per hour. You got to hit them that way. That's hard also, but the squirrel is probably the hardest, because you got to get on shot very fast, and then you got to be accurate with that weapon, which is hard to do because it's such a small. It's about smaller than a 22 long rifle, and your target is extremely small. So with a deer, your target is fairly big, pretty big, I would say. With a goose, your target is big. You could hit that goose and you could wing it, and it'll go down, and you'll just have to finish it off. But with a squirrel, yeah, you could try to give it a heart shot or a body shot, but usually they'll get away because they're little varmints. So the headshot's what you want to do. That's hard to do. Is that 6? Let's get two more. Two more. Yep, it's gonna be one of those things where I get a crick in my neck. I can feel it already. It's my traps. They were trying to come in and help. And they're already a little bit sore from the back workout 2 days ago. So, again, you got to adjust as you're working out for safeties and also so you can get a good set again. And this rest time is actually too short because I'm getting 6 reps instead of 8. So I'm going to wait a little bit extra after this duck starts quacking. Quack goes the duck. Man. I have like certain little jingles is the word, right? Jingles in my head from watching so much Elmo. I'm watching so much Elmo with the daughter, you know. She loves Elmo. And they have a song for everything. If you watch Sesame Street, like there's a song for like brushing your teeth. And so that was brushing my teeth this morning, and that song came in my head. Brush your teeth, da, 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 with the Elmo voice. And so that was in my head. These other Elmo songs are in my head. They're all because I listened to them a million times. You know, I'm gonna wait a little bit extra. Roll the shoulders back. Yeah, that's good. Oh. Teak 3D says, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Teak? Teak Z 3D? Is that it? You know, you ever work out in flip flops? Zeke, Teak Z 3D? I'm working out in flip flops. Can you see flip flops? Yeah. This is how you know we're in the casa." Yeah, that's right. So the quacking did go off. So I'm gonna hit another set. Hopefully I get 8 this time. You know? Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. 8 in the bank. In the vault. I think that was number 7. We got to get one more set. Then we'll switch it up, do some incline with the push. What the hell you call that machine? Universal machine with the chest press. There we go, the chest press. And we'll try to get some of the incline that we should have got with this. But it was too much weight for that for me for today, so I had to back down. Smart decision. Because I can see that now it would have been annoying waking up with that crick. I'm going to wake up with the crick in my neck as it is. Which is, I hate that. Oh boy. Oh boy. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So my plans for today are put up the Christmas lights. If it's not raining, hopefully it stops raining. I wanted to go to the range because as I was saying about squirrel hunting, I've sighted in that gun multiple times, and I brought it out into the field multiple times. It's a spring air rifle. It's a Crossman. It's a Crossman Optimus, actually, which is a Chinese knockoff of a B-12, I think it's called. Well, they make a knockoff of it, or it is a knockoff. But it's actually a good air rifle. It's not one of the crap ones, so it's pretty accurate. Like when I take it to the range, but maybe that's because I have more time to set up the shot. Like when you're out in the field and you see a squirrel, like you're trying to get on target really fast, and maybe you don't mount the gun properly. Maybe some anomaly, and I end up missing so much. And again, I think it could be the trajectory. Like, so a PCP air rifle is a little bit more accurate. I haven't brought one of those out in the field and actually shot on a squirrel yet. I do have one though, so I'm gonna try. This week, the end of the week, I'll be able to get out again. But the other problem is that November, the squirrels are done hiding nuts. They're done hiding all the nuts away. So they're not out as much. So what happens is, like, they have a cache of nuts, right? And most of them, you would think that they would go back to the cache like often for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they don't. They seem to be coming out less. They maybe have a cache in their nest, so they don't have to go out. That would be smart. See, the squirrels are smarter than you think. And then also, when they do come out, maybe they go out once a day. So they have like a long-term cache, which would be like our cellar. And then they have like a short-term cache, which would be like the cubby, or what's another? I'm thinking of a name. What's a name for that? I forget the name for where we store extra food. Pantry. Yeah, so like they have a long-term pantry and they have a short-term pantry. Short-term pantry is probably in the nest. Long-term pantry, so they don't have to go out to the long-term pantry that often. So you don't see them out that much. Like by wintertime, you barely see them at all, because they just sit and almost like are in a half hibernating state. So winter squirrel hunting is almost very difficult. I've been out a bunch in the wintertime. But what do you call it? This time of year in November, it starts to die down. So then you end up sitting almost like deer hunting for squirrel, which sucks, because like a deer, you actually wait that amount of time and you get a whole deer and you have plenty of meat. The squirrel hunting at this time of year, when they're not out that much, you wait the same amount of time as a deer hunting, but then you only get maybe a little bit of meat, like if you're lucky, right? If you make some precision shots. So next year, I'm going to go out September, October, and focus on squirrel hunting then, because I noticed they're out way, way more, like 60% more. So anyway, that's for next year. Let's get one more set of this. I was eight in the vault. Oh yeah. You don't feel much of a burn when you get lower reps. That's why I like to get around 12. But hopefully I'll get stronger on this one next time, and then I don't have to worry about it. Let's move. Okay, we'll try that beat. It might be too heavy. Teak just said no. He does not work out in flip-flops. Is that what you're saying no to there, Teak? No, actually, this bit's pretty good. So I could even lighten that up a little bit. Let me do that as well. What is this music? This music's like kind of like trippy music at the same time. It's like psychedelic, but with a piano in the back. It's like weird combination of sounds. Oh man, let me put the timer on. This timer will be shorter because this is less taxing. Let's do a minute. 10. So, today, what am I going to do? Put up the Christmas lights. And also, I have to, this is early, I know, but we like to put the Christmas lights up early because we enjoy Christmas. We like Christmas. You know, the people on the block, we're probably the first people on the block to put them on. I'm proud of that fact. What else are we going to do? We are going to go to the range, like I said. Gotta take care of the baby. See, I don't have much free time. And then what I've been meaning to do is I've been meaning to put my brakes and bumpers together. I'm not talking about my car. I'm talking about I've been trying to put together what I need to start broadcasting in my office upstairs and doing like a traditional broadcast format where I talk about some of the news that's going on in the fitness and health arena. So that's my goal. I want to do like a traditional broadcast style, talking about fitness and health news, you know, supplement reviews and things like that. And of course, have some guests on as well and take calls and stuff. So that's next on my agenda. Once I get that set up, what I need is really, I have everything set up except for the brakes and the bumpers, which means that's traditional radio language for like where the commercial breaks are and the bumper music and the liners, they call them liners, as you're coming in and out of the show, your voice. So I'm like that. I'm kind of like that. I like to have everything put together. I don't know. I don't like to do a half-assed job with stuff. So that's what's been holding me back. Let's do another set. Good. Got 12. Let's try to do 8 of these. So that was 2. Let's get 6 more. These will go quicker. So we are going to do also testimonies of faith back on. So people who came to Jesus and explain why and what was going on in their life at the time. I used to interview like former drug addicts, former prostitutes and stuff like that, and how they came to Jesus. They're the people who come to Jesus the most, by the way, guys. People don't realize that. If we had an honest media, they would actually report on it because it's that noteworthy, newsworthy. Even that's newsworthy. You know, it doesn't fall under some category of, oh, that's religious content. No, that's everyone content because it's almost like a biography of how someone went from like zero, nothing, their life in shambles to like transformation, complete transformation. So, yeah. Don't hit the mic. Yeah, see, we're getting more burns now. That's good. So, it's now 5:20, believe it or not. Have we been working out almost an hour already? Wow. Time goes by fast. How is that even possible, man? I don't get that. But this is why I do this. So I could actually relax and not have to be constantly checking the time. Like during the week, I have work, so I am checking the time a little bit more, trying to make sure I get everything in. But, you know, today I'm off from work, which is great. So I don't have to worry about that. But also, it's just I have this time in the morning where I can just chill, and it's great because, you know, I don't have to take care of the baby right now. And normally, as soon as she wakes up, I have to take care of her and give my wife a break because I'm not always home at this time. And it's hard work. Taking care of a baby is harder than any of your jobs. It's I wouldn't say it's the hardest thing, but it's pretty damn hard. Do it for one day and then talk to me. It's not like working on the oil rigs, but you know what I mean. Oh man. Gotta get more. So yeah, it would be great if I had time to make the brakes and bumpers. Because there's a lot of stuff going on in the health arena. Like I'd be on top of what RFK Jr. is doing. He's talking about the stratospheric geoengineering that they've been doing in all over the world, the spraying of these chemtrails. That is actually been declassified now. If you listen to Lee Zeldin talking about it, you know, they used to call you a conspiracy theorist if you mention chemtrails. But there's actually a name for it. You could search it up. It's called stratospheric geoengineering injection, something like that. Stratospheric injection. And what they would spray these heavy metals into the atmosphere and create these big clouds. And people in the media would be like, that's not chemtrails, that's contrails or condensation trails, which are totally normal. No, they're not condensation trails. I believe I need to get 3 or 4 more. With this, what happened to the music? Let me put some music back on here. Video pause, continue watching. Yes, I didn't tell you to pause it, dumbass. There we go. I mean, does that say Flynn? I'm trying to read my screen. Flynn says, I love conspiracies. That's the thing, though. It's not a conspiracy anymore. When the government officials actually announce that this is happening and they verify and confirm all the things that we thought it was, it's no longer a conspiracy. It's actually a fact now. They were spraying chemtrails in the atmosphere. Look up stratospheric injection or geoengineering. Forget the exact term, but that's the name for it. It's heavy metals in the atmosphere. Damn it, just in the middle as I'm saying this. Hold on. Heavy metals in the atmosphere that supposedly, according to them, they were trying to block the sun or reflect the sun's rays back into the atmosphere to prevent global warming, which is a cockamamie, crazy, stupid thing to do anyhow. But I think it was just cover for for them poisoning the population with these heavy metals, because heavy metals are not good for you, man. Everybody knows that. You know, even lead and cadmium and stuff that are in the soil is bad for you because it gets in the crop sometimes. So that's what I'm saying. It's not a conspiracy anymore. It's verified, so you can look it up. You know. Let me get another sip. Oi. Yeah, so anyhow, that's my 2 cents about that. So like I was saying, I would be covering that. I'd be doing deep dives on that. I'd be covering the stuff about the vaccines, because at first he came out and said Tylenol is the reason why kids are having autism at increasingly high rates. Because I feel like the pharmaceutical industry has so much control over our politicians, man, because they fund them. Not only do they fund them, they fund the media, which is illegal in other countries to do. You're not allowed to, as a pharmaceutical company, you're not allowed to advertise on the television networks. Here in the US, you can. So that's one thing which they should not be able to do. And then, honestly, the vaccines, RFK announced, this is stuff I have to verify, but this is what I've seen out there in the limited time that I've had to look into these things, is that he removed all mercury and heavy metals from the vaccines because they used to preserve the vaccines with heavy metals and mercury, which was more cost effective than years back. They used to use individually preserve each vaccine, which costs more money, but it's safer. So, of course, profits over people. They decided to use mercury as a preservative. Thimerosal, it's called. You could look that up. Thimersol. And that, in my opinion, because it's a heavy metal being injected into a young baby, and the number of vaccines, it's common sense, guys. Like, the number of vaccines that they give kids these days is like 3 times as much as they used to be, like when I was a kid. When I was a kid, it was like a sensible amount of vaccines. Even that was a little bit high. I think I had like 8 vaccines. Now it's like 30 vaccines, and they have it scheduled from a young age. And I've talked to parents where they would be like, my kid was fine. My kid was totally normal. He behaved normal. We got him vaccinated. All of a sudden, he started acting weird. He started acting off. And it turns out he had autism at that point. And the fact that the media is keeping this from the people and the politicians and stuff, I'm hoping that this finally starts to come out now, and I think it is. But it's just absolutely disgusting to me, and these people should be in jail. Yeah, so, there's other stuff that's coming out, and I'm testing it. That's why I'm into it, actually, is all these things that are available right now under research purposes only. Supplements and things you could take, peptides, for example. I'm going to be experimenting with peptides very soon. I'm going to be trying the BPC 157 and the TB 500 combo, which is an injectable, and I've never done this before. I've never injected myself with anything, like I said earlier. So this is new for me. And the purpose of it, it's not a steroid. What it is body protection compound number 157 is something your body already has. You're just giving yourself more of it. And it actually helps you to heal and regenerate your body much faster than you normally would be able to. So my low back is always like tweaking and giving me problems. I have to baby it. So I want to put it for my low back and see what the results are. And if it actually helps, that'd be fantastic. And then I'll talk about it and try to promote it, because everyone should be trying this. People have latent injuries and stuff. Why not? It's so prevalent right now. And of course, doctors can't make money off of it, so they don't promote it. So it's ridiculous, but
with YouTube Premium, enjoy ad-free videos, plus the YouTube Music app. 1 subscription, 2 apps. Try 1 month free.
I don't know what the heck we're listening to. It's just extremely chill music, but I'm too lazy to change it right now. We'll leave it like this, man. It's I don't know, man. I guess it's kind of nice, kind of okay, relaxing. I mean, just for as an example, I mean, I've been keeping tabs on some of these developments in the news. But here's another one, for example, that I wanted to try: beef tallow. Beef tallow on your face for men as a way to how would you say it? To help your face look younger. I have the regular beef tallow without this balm in it, without the beeswax or whatever else they put in it to make it into a balm. So I'm just looking to try the regular beef tallow that you cook with, and I want to see if the results are the same. So that's one thing I want to talk about. And also, what else do I want to talk about? Of course, I want to talk about some supplement reviews with like the DHEA and the pregnenolone. And what I'm doing with the enclomiphene. I might even go off the enclomiphene. Honestly, I was feeling pretty good before it. So, like right now, I'm in the testing stage. So we'll see how that goes. What else do I want to say about that? So yeah, like there's stuff about the carbohydrates and the gluten. Here's the headline from Fox News is this is kind of interesting because people are like saying, I can't have oats anymore, I can't eat bread anymore, it disturbs my gut. So here's from Fox News: bread may not be the blame for gut issues that have led millions of people to avoid it, according to an international study led by researchers at the University of Melbourne. While about 10% of adults worldwide report bloating, fatigue, or gut pain after eating foods containing gluten, only 16 to 30% of those cases show true gluten-specific reactions, the study found. And this goes along with my suspicion that it's not the bread, it's not the gluten, man. It's because bread naturally has gluten. It's not the gluten, it's not the bread. It's actually what they spray, the farmers spray these pesticides and the Roundup and the Monsanto stuff on these crops to desiccate the crops. And they also spray it before to prevent pests from eating the crops. So they do it twice. Not to say once would have been okay. Even once is not good. Because number one, it gets into the grains, and then of course when they desiccate it, it gets into the grains even more. And then when you consume it, it inflames your gut. It gives you gas, or it makes you feel ill, right? You have a, quote, gluten sensitivity, like they say, or reaction to it. I don't think it's gluten. I think it's the pesticides that they obviously are spraying. Like, some of this stuff is so, like, people believe so much garbage just because they hear it from the supposed experts, like these doctors or whoever, the people in the news, like these white coats who come on and give interviews about this. Isn't it obvious that to me, it's like the same with the vaccines. So, like, you think it's the vaccines that are causing the autism? Like, obviously, yeah, because they've been increasing the number of vaccines over the course of the years to the point where it's now an extraordinary number of vaccines that are being given to these young babies. How could it not be the vaccines? It's the same thing with this gluten. Like, they spray toxic chemicals, which have a warning label on the bottle or on the container just saying, do not ingest this because it will make you sick, or see there's a poison control number, right? And then people are surprised when you're like, oh, you really think it's the pesticides that they're spraying on the bread that's making it bad for you and making you sick? You think that's what it is? It's like, obviously that's what it is. Like, it's crazy to me how people believe the garbage, man. They really do. right, let me get one more set here. Oh yeah. All right, let's move them on out. Let's shift it over. I was going to say something else about that too. That's the reason I only eat pasta from Italy. Italian pasta does not get sprayed with Roundup chemicals when they desiccate it. I don't feel any bloating issues whatsoever when I have Italian pasta. Certain other breads, like for example, sourdough bread is better for you. I don't feel as much gut inflammation with that. But even quinoa, even oats, like even the organic ones, I get that bloating feeling, man. Because why? My guess, am I gluten sensitive? No. I think it's because they spray those things with pesticides, even the organic ones. So that's the thing, man. It's crazy. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to get triceps with the rope push down. I might have to change this music. It's like Kenny G. All right, so the real pulley is good because it doesn't tweak your elbow. Sometimes it tweaks your elbow when you use a straight bar. At least I found that. Let me see here. So let's see if we can get a set here. You know what's weird though, I have to say. I still prefer the straight bar, man. I get a better squeeze at the bottom with the straight bar. Let me switch back. just gotta be careful with your wrists and stuff. At least my wrist. Oh man. Yeah, so I mean, the thing about carbs, of course, is like you're not supposed to have as many carbs in your bodybuilding because the saying goes, if you have too many carbs, more than your body can store, they become fat. Like because your carbs get stored as glycogen in your muscles, but if your muscles are full of glycogen as it is, then maybe you don't. But what I found though is, let's say you're eating at a calorie deficit, but you happen to have carbs in there, like maybe a lot of carbs, but maybe not a lot of carbs, but like a spare amount. You're not going to magically store those carbs as in your fat stores. And the reason why is because you are in a deficit. So the fact that you're in a deficit supersedes the fact that you're eating carbs. Right now, I'm kind of like at maintenance calories. I've been staying at like 214, but I'm building muscle, so that's good. Where's my phone? Hang on. Okay. We'll give it a minute. And my trap's still sore. I tweaked it a little bit. It's okay. The traps always want to come in, man. They always want to assist. But the traps are always in the most awkward position to assist the lift. And you don't want that. And we're going to squeeze this out a little bit in the mirror after. So, how many carbs you guys eat? I used to eat oatmeal. I had to stop eating, man. I used to like making overnight oats. I don't make them anymore because I have to get the oats that have not been sprayed with glyphosate because I noticed such a big difference with them. The ones that are your typical grocery store organic oats, they bother my stomach, man. I believe it's the glyphosate. I do. Pervy Giggle says, keep grinding, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Definitely will. Let's hit this set. Oh man. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. I've been hearing some crazy stuff lately. I would hate to live in Europe right now because the government's giving orders to farmers to give their cattle this some type of medicine, supposed medicine, which is supposed to stop them from farting so much. Because this whole dumb mentality of like the methane gas from the farts of the cows is causing global warming. So, but the problem is it's killing the cows. And this is by government mandate that they have to give their cows. So if I was a farmer, I would just try to be like, yeah, I gave it to my cows. And then try to fake it, because why am I going to kill my own cow? Do you know how much money a whole, all this livestock is your livelihood, number one, and it's amounts to thousands and thousands of dollars of worth of cattle and processing materials and things to process the cows. It's crazy what's going on in Europe, man. But again, it's part of the depopulation agenda. They're trying to stop people from eating meat. They're trying to prevent population growth, So oh man, see, that's burning. I think that was 2. Pull that 2. Crazy things going on. I mean, if you're living outside the US, do you notice the chemtrails? I'm curious about that. And number 2, if you live in Europe, what is the news saying about these medications that their government's forcing farmers to inject their cows with to supposedly stop them from farting so much and causing global warming? Is there a pushback? That's the problem with Europe, man. I feel like Europeans are so ignorant about what the government can do in a harm. They believe the government too much. They have this naive view of the government's always going to do the best thing for the people, which is not true at all. And I think Americans, one of the main reasons why we're different than other people in the world, is we inherently have a distrust of the government. At least I would say most Americans, definitely at this point, have a distrust of the government, whereas people in other countries generally, and this is I could be wrong, but generally have a positive view and a naive view of the government. It's always going to look out for me, always going to help me, blah, blah, blah. Oh man, oh my god, that's that burn like crazy. Let me read some of these comments here. Pervigul says they want weak, sick, easily dominated, low T men so they don't rise up. The rulers are weak, beta male cowards. Kevin. Yeah, I agree. They want subjects because they have the mentality like they're omnipotent kings and who want to rule over like these subjects, almost like servant class, like serfdom, the road to serfdom type of thing. Christy says, flex? Yeah, I'll flex. I just want to finish these triceps and I'll do a little flexing. No chemtrails and 5 miles from major airport here in India, 0 chemtrails all day. Wow, I envy you, Giggle. I envy you because where I live, they're spraying the skies almost daily. It's sad, isn't it? But my hope is like RFK Jr. and the people in the Health and Human Services, like Lee Zeldin, who's a good guy. There's some good guys in government here because, like, we not all of them are, but some of them here and there, I believe, are good guys trying to do good things, and they're trying to expose the chemtrails and the stratospheric injection, the geoengineering that they're doing. So I'm hoping that they stop it where I live because they're literally trying to kill us. So they hate us, you know. Oh my god. See, this is a good way. It's getting some good squeezes and some burn. You know what? We'll get some dips. We'll do a little posing, then we'll do some dips to get the long head of the tricep. That's what we'll do. We got one more of these. I'll maybe wait a little more than a minute because I'm not getting quite 12. I'm in there with 9 though, so that's pretty good. Any reggae fans out there? I love reggae. I should look up more about Bob Marley. I believe Bob Marley was a Christian, and he was trying to like expose some things through his music, which I think is really cool. But out of all the types of music out there, reggae has like the most, I would say, chill, relaxed, happy vibe. What music other than reggae has that same aura to it? I really don't know. Maybe like Christian, I would say only maybe like Christian gospel music type of thing, maybe. But other than that, like this is like, I'm talking about instrumental. All right, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. My triceps feel pumped. Okay. Okay, let's get it. I thought I got the 10. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. triceps. Chest, I got a pump, but not as much as last time. I was a little up in weight, you know. Some guys like to do this tricep pose. So, oh man. So, like I was saying, there's a lot of stuff being exposed right now in the health and fitness world, which I would love to cover in more detail. Not during my workout when I'm not fully mentally there. Here's another example. Talked about the beef tallow on the face. Talked about the carbs and the glyphosate that they're spraying. There's these anti-aging guys like Dave Pascoe and Brian Johnson, Bryan, who are doing this anti-aging stuff, and they're really, you know, discovering some stuff to like reverse the aging process. That's interesting. What else I want to talk about? Definitely, like I said, about the chemtrails. TheGuardian.com, 8 U.S. states seek to outlaw chemtrails. The stupid headline says, even though they aren't real, they admitted that they're real. Look up what Lee Zeldin said. So that's just a couple of things. And of course, my own experimentation with the clomiphene and the peptides. All right, so let's do some dips right here. Oh. See, I have I should show you over there. I don't know if I could. I have this. You see that pull-up bar? That converts into a it converts into a dip bar where you do dips like this. But honestly, doing them off the bench, I'm getting a lot of activation as it is, so I don't necessarily need that right now. So should we put the timer on? We're just gonna do them off the bench for right now. Let's get 4 more. Definitely getting some size. Yeah, definitely. Getting some muscles coming back. You know what's weird though is like in pictures, I still look fat, but like in video, especially with down lighting like this, it looks decent. It's weird how pictures, and they flatten the image, right? And that's why I say the camera adds 10 pounds. So that's why if you like meet a news person in person, like I have, they look really gaunt and skinny. And that's the only way they can look good on camera is they have to look extra skinny. So, so what's up out there? What's your routines like? You working out? You getting in shape? Let's get another set. Oh, man. I mean, I talked about Nash Josic, the guy who I follow on YouTube, who is a former bodybuilder, and he's a trainer, and he's a very knowledgeable guy. He's written books. He talks about not going to complete failure, and I think that's a really good piece of advice. Because here, when you're just trying to build muscle, like, you don't need to go to failure. Like, you're gonna hinder your recovery for no reason. Like, what's the purpose of going to true failure like that? I go to muscular failure. I would call it that. Muscular failure is where you should stop. Like, I see these guys, their form goes out the window. They're doing the last couple reps, and they're bringing in other muscle groups. They're bouncing their joints and ligaments, and they're using their CNS, central nervous system, and their adrenal glands to muscle and horse the weight up, where the purpose is not to lift the weight. Like, life or death situation, you can lift the weight. That's not a problem. Your adrenals kick in or whatever, you can get a couple more reps, but it really taxes your central nervous system, and your central nervous system controls your hormonal cascade, and it controls how well you recover from that workout, because you're tearing your muscle down when you work out, and the purpose is to recover from that, not to completely annihilate and destroy and decimate your muscle. You're just trying to stimulate it to grow. So you don't need to go to complete failure. I would say to go to muscular failure. There should be two terms. I should start saying that. Going to muscular failure, not to complete failure, because there's too much vagueness, like in the fitness world when they talk about that. Teak Z3D says, favorite show. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. We're trying to do something a little different, a little different. Honestly, like, you guys help me out because you keep me accountable into getting in shape and into coming on and doing these workouts, because it makes it harder for me to say no. But I did that on purpose, so to motivate myself. But also, I like shooting the breeze and chatting, like I'm the type of guy who would like to have a workout partner, and I can't right now. So right now you guys are my workout partners. So I get to shoot the breeze and, with you guys, in between sets. That's what I would normally do when I would be working out. Some guys don't like that. Some guys are real quiet and they're like, they don't want any talking whatsoever. They're deep in the zone, but I'm not like that. I don't know. To me, I don't need to be like that. I'm not competing. I'm not whatever, but I do want to get in great shape. That I do. Did this go off yet? Oh, I didn't even set the timer. See, all right, let's just do another set. All right, let's get some more. See, I lose count, but I think there should be two more. You can't see in this shot right here, but my lats are starting to pop out. We do have to get shoulders too. Let's not forget about the shoulders. My 3-day routine now, if I don't get shoulders on this day, on the push day, I won't get them in. So I'll do them like that. I'll do like the Jeff Cavalier special, Athlean X. That is a good exercise that he talks about, man. See, I like learning from other people too. Yo, Teak Z3D, what are you doing? Are you working out, man? You getting in shape? You getting those muscles to pop out? What's your routine like? Here we go. Let's get another one. You're gaming, huh? Wait till you get my age, then you won't be gaming anymore, man. No time for gaming. When I used to be into gaming, when I used to be into gaming, just trying to squeeze it a little more. My favorite games were the RPGs. I used to like The Legend of Zelda. See, that's how old I am. The original Nintendo Legend of Zelda. Also, I used to play Final Fantasy, all the different Final Fantasy 3 on the Super Nintendo. See, that's from my generation. Nowadays, these games are so intricate and involved. Like, they have like other people on the internet you playing with and stuff. It's crazy. But I don't have time. Like, once you just don't have time, man. You won't have time. I don't know how old you are, but oh, you say you started on NES? Damn. So I don't know. Maybe you're close to my age then. I don't know. Mystic Lucas says hello again. What's up, Mystic Lucas? How you doing today? You working out? Let's get another set. Boom. Oh man. You know, it's funny, the virtual systems that they talked about where you put over your eyes, that was popular for like 2 seconds. And then everyone stopped talking about it. I wonder if that's still a thing. Like wearing these virtual things or whatever. Lucas says not right now. Okay. The Virtual Boy, I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's Virtual Boy, I'm not sure. But these games were like, they seem cool, but I don't know how practical they are. I wonder how many people walked into walls and stuff while playing the game. And they were like, forget this. You know? Okay, here's what we got to do now, guys. We got to do some shoulders. Let me just move this over here. Probably sounded like that. Okay. Can you see me? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna do some of these. I forget the name of they're. I got this exercise from Jeff Cavalier from Athlete and X, who's a good guy, and they're good for rear delts. And I've been focusing just on rear delts. Maybe we'll do a little bit lateral flies at the very end just to burn out. But that's it. We might do some planks at the end depending on how I feel. Let's say it's 6:15. See, normally I would have been done already working out. But because I don't have work today, I can actually work out a little bit longer, which is good. So I don't have to rush so much. But I do have to make sure that by 7 o'clock, I got to give the baby milk. So, okay. And by the way, Bitcoin went down a lot, but starting to go back up. So that's good. If you have Bitcoin. If you don't have Bitcoin, now's a good time to jump on because it was up at 126. Now it's not. It's back down. Oh, yeah. I know it looks weird, but it actually is pretty good for the rear delt. So we'll do 1 minute rest times. I should talk about this. This is actually not a pendant. It's an EMF blocker from what's the company? I'm an affiliate for this company, but I don't even promote the product. I should really start promoting it. It's because it's a great product. I have more. I have all their stuff. I have their room ones that looks like a rectangle, the square ones that are like smaller rooms, and this is the personal one that protects from EMFs and Wi-Fi and radiation. I'm wearing Bluetooth headphones right now so I could hear the music and stuff, and I could hear other things. If I were to have like a guest on or whatever, I can hear them. But I wouldn't be wearing these Bluetooth headphones if I did not have this pendant, because this is blocking any harmful electromagnetic frequencies from the headphones. It's like Rush Limbaugh went partially deaf, in my opinion, from wearing headphones all his career. Because all those, when you have even the wired in headphones, like the traditional headphones, will affect your hearing because they bring electromagnetic frequencies into your ear canal. At least that's what I think. And that's what I think made them deaf, because it'll hurt your ears. If you've ever done it broadcasted before, you know. That's 2 sets. Get some more. Okay. So anyway, that's why I wear this. This is really good. It's a little pricey. It's worth it. I have a discount code, but I forgot what it is. So I have to look that stuff up again and start promoting it. I meant to write a full review on my website for it, but I just haven't had time. Like as a blog post, you know. So I'll talk about my entire experience with it. There's also stuff on my website that you could do pretty much for free almost to block out most of the EMFs, or I wouldn't say most of them, but a good amount of EMFs is using insect screen, aluminum insect screen, because it acts as like a Faraday cage. If you put that under, for example, under your Wi-Fi tower or your router, you could also, certain things that emit high EMFs, like printers and things like that, or computers, desktop computers, you could like slide some insect screen under those things or near those things, touching those things, so that actually blocks out a lot of the EMFs too. That helps too. But this is great because wherever you go, it's just on you and you're not even thinking about it. So it helps block a lot of the EMFs affecting your immediate body. I'm a big believer in it. I believe that there's not enough studies and research done about the effects of 5Gs and all this Wi-Fi we're constantly being exposed to. And I remember the days when this stuff did not exist. Like back when I was growing up, none of this stuff existed, and it did feel different. Yeah, definitely getting squeeze that. Here you go. Good. House. So yeah, did I set the time? Probably not. All right, let's set it here. So, you know, these days it's like you gotta watch because there's so many things that are affecting your health you don't even realize. I think Wi-Fi is a big one. I think honestly, the chemtrails are not a huge contributor in my opinion, but who knows? Maybe because it gets into the food, because it's being sprayed all over everything. Probably is more of a contributor than we think. And then of course, the foods, you know, because they spray those with toxic chemicals and pesticides. And it's in the feed and all this stuff, like unbelievable. Like we should get back to farming ourselves. That way we can not have to worry so much about having to buy organic and whatever. I just grow my own tomatoes or grow my own apples or something. You know, an apple tree in the yard. Grow your own onions and garlic is easy. Celery supposedly is easy. Other certain crops are easy. Let's get another one. Oh, this is ska music. You remember ska music was so popular back in the 90s? The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. That type of music. You don't hear that type of music anymore. It was like revolutionary. There, let's mix a big band sound with trombones and trumpets with reggae. That's what ska is, basically. It's a genius idea. I would say not my favorite though. I like reggae itself. I like reggaeton. I also like hip hop, like just low key hip hop. I'll put that on for working out. I don't like this crazy heavy metal and stuff. I'm not crazy about that for working out. I don't like too many vocals if I can avoid it. The vocals sometimes they distract you. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I'd rather a good instrumental. You know, when you're working out. Okay, let's do another set here. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh man, couldn't finish that set. I'll do one more just for good measure. I'm checking the X stream. It says 5 viewers, but if I look at my desktop, it only says 4. I'm wondering how many are coming from Twitch. Maybe it's not reading the X people. If there's any X people out there, say, give a shout. Yeah, if you don't mind, put something in the chat or the comment section below the video, and let me know you're there. If you're actually there, sometimes I wonder, and because I never get any X people in the comments on my desktop, I'm wondering if it's because it's just not catching it or not picking it up from my software. I don't know. Hmm. 10 seconds. Oh man, awesome, Lucas. Lucas says that Mystic Lucas says he had the chance to check out the testimony, the first testimony, he says, in the book, the free ebook on my website, fezgarcia.com. It's called Jesus Lifts. And he says it's fascinating. Awesome. I'm glad that you liked it. They're all pretty amazing. There's stuff that, again, if the news media was being honest, that they would actually feature it and actually, how they have 60 minutes and interview some guy about some accomplishment he's had in his life. They would have people like this on the show and they would actually promote it. But because the media is controlled by evil, in my opinion, they don't do it. But and anti-Jesus people, then they don't do it. But honestly, think of any religion. What religion other than Christianity actually has stories like that? Of people who are former atheists, former Buddhists, former Jews, former everything, right? Everything under the sun. And then they have a transformative moment and a breakdown moment, and they come to Christ, and then their life is changed for the better. Like, what other religion can say that they have those types of stories in the hundreds and thousands? Like, you could go to your local church and start asking people right now and be like, hey, I'm looking for people to share their testimonies of faith. Do you have a testimony of faith? I guarantee you that they'll say yes, and then they'll share it with you right on the spot. You just don't hear this stuff. Doesn't mean it's not there. It just doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So let's get one more set of this. Oh boy. Oh yeah. That will do it. That will do it. This music turned into that. Good. Mystic Lucas says the part about drawing closer to God in the place of pain was really eye-opening. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad you got something out of it. I encourage anyone else listening right now. There's a reason why it's free, man. It should not ever be charged for. Like, money should not exchange hands for this book. Everybody should have it. Everybody should read it. At least read one testimony. I guarantee you it will change your perspective and make you think twice about a lot of things that you've been taught or that you've learned. You know? I'm going to do a little bit more laterals. You know, my testimony is actually on my website. If you're curious about my testimony is on. I wrote it under a post. It's called Why Porn is Bad and What You Should Do Instead, something like that. Why Porn is Bad. So, because my testimony is relating to addiction to pornography, which I've been addicted to porn. I was addicted to porn, I should say, for many years. Not addicted to porn anymore. Porn actually is destructive. If you're into porn, just be very careful. You should not be into porn. But the main thing is try to get in touch with Christ and Jesus, and he'll transform your mind surrounding the issue. Like, for me to try to convince you using rational points about why you shouldn't do porn, it's not as effective. I think you need to get in touch with God first and Jesus, and which were one and the same. And then he'll share with you, and he'll come together with you to kind of like explain to you spiritually why it's bad. But there's a lot of reasons why it's bad. But anyway, I talk about it in my testimony. Yeah, it does get weird doubles. I want to change the music because this is a little bit too amped up for me. What's going on here? Let's go. It's not letting me change the music. All right, now I have to exit out. Let me just change the music for a second because I was getting annoyed by it. Let's try this one. What? Sorry, guys. All right, no, that's not good. Oh my God. So annoying. Here we go. Here's a good one. I like the logo here. It's a line with dreadlocks. That's cool. Okay. What did I want to say? We'll do some laterals like this to burn out. A couple burnouts and we'll be done. We may do some planks, depending. These 10s are a little light though. Maybe if I do short rest time. Mystic Lucas says definitely a modern temptation. A lot of people use it as a form of escapism, though. Yeah, it is. It is escapism, actually. Because I'm sure a guy who's got lots of dates and lots of girls he can go out with, he's probably not as much into porn. That's probably true. These days they put the porn right in your face, but even when you're not looking for it, it's crazy. Like you're scrolling some feed, you're looking for something else, and then boom, they throw porn in your face. It's really hard to talking about escape. It's hard to escape it. But really, it's by design. The powers that be, let's call them, want people addicted to porn. They want people for girls to be feminists and stuff. Because why? Because it's a psychological program that destabilizes the family formation. That's it. Mystic Lucas says it's because the algorithm is controlled by evil people that want you to fall for it. Yeah, absolutely. The problem is this. They're so deceptive about it. They will put like Christian content, like all these different Christian companies selling like these crusader paintings and stuff like that, which is on my feed right now. And then right down the feed from that, they'll have, a girl's butt in your face or something like that. So it's deceptive. They do it that way on purpose. They're trying to get everybody addicted and whatever. It's harmful, man. It's better to better yourself, get yourself into a relationship with a good girl, like a traditional girl, Christ-fearing girl, and you'll be set. That's what I did. Focused on that. Now we have a daughter, and we have a home, and I'm blessed, and I thank God for it. That's it. So that's about it. Other stuff will lead you down the wrong path. Let's do another step. Oh man, see that burn? There's some good burns right there. We'll do a few more. Squeeze some more blood in there. See, like with me right now, I'm not trying to be provocative. I'm not trying to be like, trying to attract people because my shirt's off. To me, it's like a normal thing, like a guy with their shirt off. So what? Like a guy at the beach with his shirt off. It's like a common sight. Like, but to have like, I don't know, with girls, it's different. Like to have a girl's butt right in your face, it's inherently provocative. It's different. I don't know. Mystic Lucas says, lost my faith when I was younger and have been trying to find a way back towards it. Well, yeah, man. I'm praying for you. It's about, do you want truth? And also, do you want to maximize your life? That's basically it. Because when you're founded in truth, you're operating under God's discretion. Not only does he protect you, he promotes you. He puts you in positions of power. He puts you in. Listen, I can't talk to your specific situation, but in my experience, he puts you in positions where you can share the gospel with other people and to better the world, really. Do you want to be part of the solution? Do you want to be part of the problem, kind of thing? Like, do you want to be part of bettering humanity, bettering the world? You know, or do you want to be like these other people who are self-seeking, who, you know, take, and they don't want to contribute anything to the world, to humanity? They want to dupe people. They want to sucker people. They want to take people for everything that they've got, and they don't see anything wrong with it. They say, you know what? If I don't do it, someone else is going to do it. That's not a good mentality to have. I am putting size on. My stomach's pretty flat. The planks are great because I'm not building up excess muscle in my midsection. I'm just doing planks and vacuums. That's it from my midsection. And I'm just counting on, like, if I do compound lifts, like it's working as a stabilizer. Your core muscles, like when you're doing bench press, for example, or squats, your cores are stabilizing your body. So it's indirectly getting work. But I'm actually directly giving my core, my body, my ab muscles work. And I think that's working out for me so far. What else did I want to say? So if I do a vacuum right now, like, for example, like, you blow out, just suck in and keep your core tight to your body. Try to hold it, breathe in and through out your nose. You can even do this in the shower, you know? Doesn't matter where you are. Yeah, we'll just do some vacuums today. I did planks last time. We'll do planks again Thursday. How about that? Because I just felt I was feeling sore from doing the planks still yesterday, so I don't want to. Transverse abdominis is worked with the vacuums, and with the planks, you're probably working out your transverse abdominis a little bit, but I think it's also some other muscles are involved. I think, I'm not sure which ones, but it feels like a different muscle group than when you do vacuums. Yeah, I'll do a few more of those. Mystic Lucas says, thank you for the advice today, man. No problem. Anytime. Can't remember if it was you who I told regarding the workouts. You're trying to get back into your workouts. I'm not sure if that was you or someone else, but I think I told you to do 2 days a week. I was wondering, are you doing 2 days a week yet? Are you lifting 2 days a week? You know, I was telling Mystic Lucas, I said, let's say you're a noob and you're trying to get into a workout routine. You should not jump into a 3-day or 4-day workout routine right off the bat. You need to gradually, like putting your toe in the water, you need to gradually start out with, like, how about even 1 day a week? Lift for 1 day a week, rest for the rest of the week. Do it again. Do that for 2-3 weeks, you know? Then do 2 days a week. Trainers never say that. The problem with a lot of trainers is that they throw you into a routine way too much, way too fast, too much too soon, and then you don't adhere to your program. So it's actually better to do less. Less is more. And then, especially in the beginning, and then gradually you can work your way up. And that's the way it should be. Lucas says, yeah, that was me, still trying to get back into it properly, but 2 days a week is the current goal. Yeah. Even, look, if 2 days a week is a little bit tough, let's say for time constraints or whatever, like I said, do 1 day a week and have it be just, I guess a full body workout, but like not giving your muscle groups tons and tons of volume and not destroying your central nervous system. Just go enough to, enough to stimulate the muscle. I just looked at the time. I got to start getting the milk ready for the baby. One more vacuum, we're done. Oh, yeah. Okay. Guys, God bless you. Check out the free ebook, Jesus Lifts, on my website, fazgarcia.com. I will see you on Thursday. Let me see. Thursday? Yes, Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. For a back and biceps and traps workout. And then Sunday, we're going to be back at it with legs. All right. Take care. Have a great week.